Oh yeah, that's not the point.
Yo, I put my light on.
No, you can't.
Hey, listen up. All right, Mr. Schlur will be taking a little 2-week vacation.
Dare you.
So he will be back in a little bit, but there'll be a sub in and out here. I think Mr. A will be in and out on different days, just pending for that. He is not, but he's being quarantined. So he will take I can neither confirm nor deny that. I should say that. I can neither confirm nor deny that through federal laws. All right, if you did the extra credit, which was at 5.1 to 5.5 extra credit, let me have that. As a few of you put that down. Who has it?
Turn up and do it.
All right, let me have it.
So I would have missed that.
Stop.
Okay.
He was putting like his arm like over here, but then it was like his shoulders not.
And this one we need to go back. No, because
Is that it?
Popped it out. They put it back. There's nothing attached.
All right, now for number one, what did it? What was the actual problem? What did it say? Does anybody have it written down?
No.
Nothing.
No, I don't have it written down. I think it was 1 and then colon 1 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slope. All right. Slope is 1, and it hits the point 1, 0. So when it gives you that, you start with a point. You start with a point, which would be 1, 0, and then 1. Is up 1 over 1. You start at 1, 0, you go up 1 over 1, and then you can go down 1 over 1. You just need to make sure
got it right.
it is positive. Okay. Now for 4, 5, and 6, you got to read those directions because those is really just substituting into that form. It says write it in point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And they give us the slope and they give you the point. Well, the slope is 1/5. The point that is on the line is 2, -6. So all you have to do is wherever the y1 is, you put in that. So it's always going to be minus, and if this is a negative, it becomes minus -6, which just becomes a plus. You need to make sure it's a plus. And you just put 1/5 on the outside, and you put x minus 2 on the inside. And that's it. You don't do anything else. Okay, done. Stop. Same thing for 5, same thing for 6. Okay, they give you the point, they give you the slope, you just put it in that form. Now 7, 8, 9, we got to do a little bit extra because we got to get the y by itself. So more often than not, you start with y equals mx plus b, substitute it in, figured out what b is, and then you rewrite that final answer. So 7 should be -1/3 x plus 7. 8 is 2x minus 1, and then 9 should be 1/3 x. Now, that means your y-intercept is 0. That's your y-intercept. So some of you may have plus 0, but you don't need to write it. You just write y equals 1/3 x. Okay, for that. When we're done. All right, anything, any like questions you need me to go over a little bit more detail as you're looking at? Okay. All right, now, we're going to do just a couple things today, and and then give you a little bit of time to do some of these in class so that I can give you a hand if needed. So I don't have guided notes, so get out your own sheet of paper. Okay, we're just going to do a couple things here.
So no guided notes today?
No guided notes. We're not taking a ton, just a few things. Just get a couple, get these couple things down. Okay, 2 key things here. Point slope form, slope intercept form. point slope form, like Mr. Schler said yesterday, they're telling you what they're giving us. They're giving us a point and they're giving us a slope. The point is x1, y1, whatever's in that spot. And the slope is m. Here they're giving us the slope and then they're giving us the y-intercept, which is 0b, okay? So that's all that's going on there. You're giving you the slope, then you're giving the y-intercept. So now, write an equation in slope-intercept form. So you really got to watch the directions and how it wants you to write it. All right, so for a line that satisfies the following condition, all right, it has a slope of -3, and it has the point -2,8. So we know a slope and a point on a line. So since it says slope-intercept form, I'm going to start with y equals mx plus b. And in the end, that's how my answer has to look. Do I know the y-intercept? Who's this for? Connor?
Yeah.
This yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Get personal deliveries here?
Yeah.
Get a pizza or something. All
All
right. We don't know the y-intercept, but we can figure it out. Don't forget, your point is always in the ordered pair x, y. So take 8 and put it in where the y is. Take m, that is always our slope, and replace m with -3, and replace x with -2. So at this point, this is no different than we did yesterday. So now 8 equals -3 times -2 is 6 plus b. Subtract 6, give b equals 2. Now you got to put your final answer down in the right form. It says write it in slope-intercept form. Okay, so what would that be, Colin?
That would be y equals -3x plus 2.
Y equals -3x plus 2. All right, correct. And then you're done. You don't need to do anything else. So that means, and now here's how you can test this. If you plug in -2 into this equation, you better get back 8. Okay, if you do, then you absolutely know, hey, I did that right. But if you plug in -2 and you get back a different number, then that means something went wrong somewhere in your algebra. You have to go back and fix it. So that's kind of how you can check that. Plug in -2 for x, then you get back the 8. All right, part B. It contains the point -8, 9 and the point 40. Write those down, and I want you to think about it. We haven't done one exactly like this. Okay, we haven't done one exactly like this. All right, we've not had this one. So if we looked here before, it gave me the slope and it gave me a point. Jordan,
I think I know how to solve this.
what do you think?
Well, would we have to put it in point slope form instead?
We still have to find our final answer in slope-intercept form. Still has to be that way. What are we missing though? What's missing? Christian slope? The slope's missing. We don't know it. Can we figure it out though?
Yes.
Yeah. So even though the slope's missing, we can figure it out. So let's use the slope formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then we're just substitute in that order. So I want to take, and I always go in order with x1, y1, x2, y2. So I got, let's see here. 0 is my y2 minus 9. 4 minus -8,
Plus 8.
which is 4. Yep, 4 plus 8 So 4 plus 8 is 12. I get negative 9 over 12. Reduce that. Okay, reduce that.
Negative 3/4.
Negative 3/4. Okay, good. So now I got negative 3/4. All right, well, how did I do this problem up here? Let me see something here. I took my slope and I took the point and I plug it into y equals mx plus b. Do I now have a slope?
Yes.
Yeah. Not only do I have 1 point, but I actually have 2 points. And it doesn't matter which point you use. Makes no difference. If Christian uses the first point and Brett uses the second point, they should get the exact same answer. Okay, that should not matter. So all I need to do is pick a point. And I'm just going to do it with both of them this time to show you that. But in the end, you just need to do one point. So let's pick, I'm going to pick negative 3/4. And I'm going to pick the point negative 8, 9. And then I'm going to do that, but then I'm going to do negative 3/4, and I'm going to use the point 40. But one at a time. So what am I going to plug it into? It says slope-intercept form. So I'm going to do y equals mx plus b. 9 is my y. M is negative 3/4. X is negative 8. Use your calculator if necessary. What's negative 3/4 times negative 8? Okay.
Six.
Positive 6. Make sure you put positive 6. So I got 6 plus b. Subtract 6. Subtract 6. And then I get 3 equals b. So my final answer, I got my slope. My final answer is y equals negative 3/4 x plus 3. Okay. Now, if you got that down, you're fine. You don't need to recopy this one. But just take a look. What if somebody else picked the other point? If somebody else picked the other point, we got to get the same answer. So let's see what happens. 0 goes in for y. M is negative 3/4. X is 4 plus b. All right, well, help me out. Anybody, what's negative 3/4 times 4?
Negative 3.
It's negative 3. So 0 equals negative 3 plus b. I'm going to add 3. So I get 3 equals b. My work looks a little different, but in the end, I get b equals 3 for both of them. And in the end, I get y equals negative 3/4 x plus 3. Okay, negative 3/4 x plus 3. All right, so it doesn't matter which point you pick, but we got to find the slope first, and then we pick either one of those 2 points, plug it in for that. Now, typically, if one of the points has a 0, I'm going to use that one. Just a little bit easier sometimes. Okay. All right, same idea. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line through these 2 points. All right, write those down and then find the slope and then just stop. Write those 2 points down, find the slope, and then stop, because if we get the slope wrong, everything else will be wrong. So just we'll make sure everybody's on the same page. Right down. Okay, now subtract your y's and 1 minus negative 3. You're allowed to use it for everything in here, okay? Rachel, what'd you get for your slope?
I got -2.
You got -2? I think it's +2. Let's take a look. And so M equals, what did you subtract on top?
1 minus -3.
1 minus -3. What'd you subtract on the bottom?
1 minus 2.
Okay. 1 minus -3, that becomes 1 plus 3, so that should be +4 over 2. So we get a positive over a positive. Get +2 for your answer. Because now, right now, if you get a -2 or if you get 1/2 and get something different, then everything else is going to go awry. All right. Colin, you agree with that? Okay. All right. Now, so from here, I go back to y equals mx plus b. Okay. Go back to that. And I got to pick either point. Colin, which point you want to pick?
I picked 4-1.
4, 1. So he's going to pick the point 4, 1. And we're going to use m equals 2. So now plug in 1 for y. M is 2. X is 4 plus b. Okay. So 1 equals 8 plus b. Subtract 8. -7 equals b. So now y equals, in the end, what was my slope? My slope was 2. Y equals 2x minus 7. So take your 2 points, find the slope, use y equals mx plus b, and then plug that in. So that is kind of the procedure there. All right, go from the beginning. See if you can do this whole thing by yourself. If you get stuck, just wait. But see if you can do that whole thing by yourself. And then if you do get done early enough, let me know. Let me see your hand. Good. Oh, wait, that is just saying it's -8. So make it -8. So it's just -8. 10 minus 18 would be negative. So, good. Yep. 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 All right, good. 3 minus 1. Okay, what's 12 divided by 2? 6, so that's gonna be your slope. So change that, instead of putting a 12 there, that should be a 6. Okay. Hey, all right, so far so good. What do you got back there, Zane?
I got y equals 6x minus 8.
Okay, good. Josh, did you get it?
I got. No,
What did you get?
I got y equals. No, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
What was your answer?
-8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got 6x minus 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we're doing the slope here, you do 10 minus -2 over 3 minus 1, which gives you 12 divided by 2, which is 6. Now, it doesn't matter which point you pick, y equals mx plus b. If I use the point 3, 10, put 10 in here, slope is 6, x is 3, plus B. So 10 equals 18 plus B. Subtract 18. Negative 18 equals B. So now you got y equals 6x minus 18. Not 18, sorry. Why did I put minus 18 there? 6x minus 8. Bless you. All right, now the last little thing here before I let you get started. This says write it in which form? Point slope. Point slope.
Point slope.
Well, that's right. All right, that's why I'll write it down, but that's why we gotta make sure you have your notes that you can look that back up. Point slope is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Right there. Y minus y1 equals m. And honestly, this usually is the easiest one because you don't really need to do any work. You just need to plug the points in the right spots. Okay, you need to plug them in the right spots and you'll be okay. And so the slope is m, and then the point is your x1, y1. And the only thing is you got to make sure you have no like minus and negatives or minus, only single signs at the end. So y minus y1 is negative 5. M is negative 1/3. X minus 2. All I need you to do is make that minus a negative a plus. Okay, that's all I need you to do is make that minus a negative a plus. So that's it. Y plus 5 equals negative 1/3 x minus 2. And then you're done. Now for that second one there, once you see those points for that name, point slope form, we get y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So it becomes y minus 8, m is 5, x minus negative 3, which just becomes x plus 3. Most of you are going to do that anyway in one step. So I'm just going to do that. We're done. We're done. That is for which form? Point slope. Point slope. Point slope. Okay. All right, now I want to get you started here. Let me do something here. Okay. Kind of classwork, what you don't get done, finish later, but some of you will get done. Do 3 problems at a time and then check your answers. So you're going to do 24 through 40 even. So 24, 26, and 28. Check those 3 answers. 30, 32, and 34. Check those 3. And then 36, 38, 40. So you get 9 problems. Now, where are you going to check your answers? Here's one answer key right here. There's one right over Christian's head. There's one over by Amanda. There's one on the back garage door. So there's 4 of them. And then also me. Yeah, I can check it. But do 3 at a time. These first 3 are like the ones we just did. Okay, so don't make these harder than they are. Do these first 3.
Just 5-7 or 5-8?
This is still 5-7. This is still 5-7.
I am 5'7".
No, you're not. I'm 5'6", buddy. I'm not taller than
You're not 5'7".
See?
I knew you were going to. Yeah, Christian's only 5'7". He's 5'8".
5'8". I'm not 5'8". No, I am 5'8".
No, because I'm 5'7" and I got my UCLA adopted. When I went to go get my new anxiety medicine, he asked 5'8". 5'7".
We're supposed to do 24 through 28, then 30 through 34, then 36.
No, take your phone.
Well, it's three. Oh, wait, it's pretty close. He's fine.
No, because I'm taller than Kendrick, and Kendrick is 5'6".
Zach?
Do we have to write out the point slope?
Yeah. Kendrick is short, I know exactly.
What?
5, 7. Kendrick is 5'5". I'm 5 inches taller than him. What?
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 10.
So you're,
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Alright, stand up.
Shorter than me.
He's like, yeah, exactly.
I'm